Hi, folks. Welcome to an impromptu stream,
Fuckery.
Irongeek cast number
All the fuckery.
67.5
Can you guys
Cinco
hear
de
me?
Mayo stream. Just for the hell of it doing this one. I have a few more people joining on. I had to restart it a couple times because for some reason it wouldn't let me go streaming. I may not be on it for everything, but I know Rick, you wanted to start up a stream, so we have a stream going. Yeah, we have absolutely nothing in the show notes for it. So we'll hang out, I suppose, drink some Dos Equis and some margaritas and some tequila and hit the shit.
So I'd like to start off by saying Arizona now has an openly furry state senator.
Okay. That's a bit of cultural news to know.
Oh,
It's really astounding.
I know furries basically because of the jokes and memes about them, and a little bit because of CSI way back in the day, because they did a CSI episode of that more than 10 years ago.
Oh God, yeah.
But I get the impression that I have one friend who's a furry. I get the feeling that there's definitely some problems with some of the furries, but it's not. Maybe makes them out to be sexual degenerates, and I don't think all of them are sexually degenerates. I think a lot of it is this. I think there's probably a good chunk of them that just like Bugs Bunny a little bit more than the average person. But I don't know what percentage are the really weird folks who like gift piles and shit.
Well, it depends. If you're talking about people who like the online porn, I would probably wager more than 90%. If you're talking about the people who literally have sex in fursuits, I'd probably say less than 10%.
All right.
So it's more so degrees of degeneracy.
Oh, come on. You know degeneracy is the best possible thing.
And you're from a related group because you're scaly.
Yes, but yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is over in that water in your state, but a lot of the furries I know are on that side of the river.
In Indiana?
Yeah.
Can't be.
Sorry. Sadly, it's that city that's right next to yours.
Jeff or Clarksville?
I'm not going to give out a precise location, but yeah, it's one of those villes. I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Yeah, personally, I don't mind too many. I've been told about some furries that live in my area, but I haven't known them. I know one lady online who's a furry, but she's.
It's mostly just an artistic community, and a lot of artistic communities like adult things.
All right.
So I need to get the furry badge.
Real quick, I am. Would anybody mind if I pee in front of the camera?
I definitely not do that on my stream. Seeing this out, we don't want to see your stream on my stream.
Okay.
Guideline strike.
All right.
You have the sound going. That's fine. Just leave the sound going. Just don't put it on camera.
Okay. I'll do that. So I'll turn away. I'll turn away from the camera, and that will work.
All right. Everybody, be really quiet.
Yeah, that's some weird fucking rules, man.
I don't know. I don't know if they saw your dick on camera on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that they would give me a community guideline strike.
Yeah, probably. But did you see the women who had cut out their? They had like taped over male nipples on top of theirs, and nobody had a problem with it.
Yeah, okay. Granted, some of our rules are really weird on that, and also like Facebook. I heard of this one time. Facebook, they showed the chest of a woman, and it got community guidance. Like, oh, this woman self-identifies as a man. So then they undid it. I'm like, oh shit! Come on, fucking guys. How do you piss?
I am interested in the source in that.
Yeah,
nobody saw anything, did they?
Not that I'm aware of, but I wasn't clicking on your name to specifically look, and I didn't hear anything.
I did hear something.
Why not?
All right, Tyler.
I don't swing that way.
Stop now.
So I'm going to come back around. and no one should be able to notice this at all.
Maybe it was a false news story, but I remember seeing something about Facebook having a problem with some boobs shown until the person said that they were transgender, and so technically it was male boobs. So
Yes,
so that's okay.
That wasn't a fake news story. That was legit. So, hey guys, moving forward, the goal is our man Adrian has a lot of shit to do, and he's going from site to site to site to site, and he's allowed Jack, myself, and Chuck to kind of take over and do a 3-man. He'll join in sometimes, but kind of a 3-man circus, and we'll affiliate with him. Do you want to introduce it? I feel bad introducing it. And,
yeah, I know. We're still doing another stream. I think it's going to happen on Saturday, and I think Ricky Charles and Jack is going to be taking up the lead on that one. It's going to be a little bit smaller than the normal Irongeek cast, which we get so many people on Irongeek cast. But, you know, sometimes it's a shit show. Also, I think they want to focus a little bit more on security and tech than my channel usually does. So we have to figure out how to do that. I can cross post the videos when they stream them. I think they're going to start a new channel for just doing that particular cast. I'm not exactly sure on the details yet. It's still, everybody's still talking about it.
And to top it all off is you got 2 legitimate black men and somebody like me who Adrian doesn't see as a Hispanic person.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know if personally met you. Just based on avatars you use and so forth, I don't, you know, nothing specifically that I would automatically know that you're Hispanic just based on your voice or anything.
You know I'm hassling with you.
You're half what now?
You know I'm hassling with you.
Okay.
Yes, it was beaten out of me. My hey, Jack knows about this. There's something called code switching. And you do it when you're in the business world, and then once you get around your friends, you do it back to what you were, what you used to talk about back in the day. So it's not abnormal.
Hey, so who got
Does that make
Derbycon
sense?
tickets?
I did. Thankfully, I got a purchase from Jack, and I got to pay him back for that. And Dave Kennedy gave me some tickets, so I'm very happy.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just told by someone in one of my links that we sold out, Derbycon sold out in like 13 seconds.
Yep.
Yep. Tim V, Jedi Day sent me Derbycon. Apparently, it was a message we posted. I didn't see it. Thank you all, and so sorry for the folks that didn't get one. High demand, which means awesome conference. Really stinks. We are limited to size. For those that got tickets, congratulations. Stats sold 2,400 tickets in 13 seconds.
Not too shabby.
Now, I'm thinking that's not a 100% accurate statistic because of how Eventbrite works. Because apparently Eventbrite, you can start to sign up for a ticket. And then if you don't fill it all out in time, 8 minutes out, it times out. So I'm not sure if there was one of those 8-minute cycling things. But
There was.
but apparently, yeah, everybody clicked on the link and said, I want to buy one within 13 seconds, it seems.
So here's what I'd like to get on our show is a female perspective, and I'm going to try to grab over, if she will, Amanda Berlin or Offset Sherpa,
Okay,
and I forget her name, but she's in the Cleveland area.
Oh, so I forget. I always thought Sherpa was more like VA, Northern Virginia.
I thought she was Philly area.
Well, because she did work for B-Sides Philly. She did like the social media for B-Sides Philly, and I always see her at, I want to say it was besides Novus. I kind of assumed she lived on the East Coast, but I don't honestly know.
I thought she was just north of Philly.
So she lives around here now, but in any case, so if we can get this kind of a set schedule, meaning he's been doing this every Wednesday for God knows how long.
Over a year. Over a year. Not real long. I mean, I'm doing this Irongeek cast for over a year. 7 o'clock.
I know.
Just because
sometimes we missed, other times we didn't. But for the most part, you kept it pretty solid, right?
Yeah, we only missed a few of them. Then sometimes we had makeup calls, and we had ones that happened in the middle of the week or special occasions, like when Trine Stick happened to be out by the house. We did a special ginger stream.
Hey, I want to ask you a personal question.
Uh-oh. What's up?
Would you consider letting somebody come up and help you out with a talk?
With a talk?
Or a panel?
I'd be fine with that. I'm not sure what exactly the panel is going to be on. Truthfully, I need to come up with more subject matters myself for things to talk about at conferences. I get asked to speak sometimes, and I got news for you. I got nothing new.
I am a subject matter expert on just about everything, so don't worry yourself about
What
it.
the hell does that mean?
It means he's full of shit.
No. I really ain't. I know about I know about minerals. I know about physics. No, anything that relates to information security, I think I can sit on a panel and speak about it educatedly. So if you ever find yourselves in one of those committees, I've been doing this for 16 years, information security, and shit, dude, at some point I want to get my name out there more. So I don't want to latch on to your celebrity, but if you can help a bruh kind of get in the limelight, I'd be very, very appreciative. And I may even give you a.
I can at least seem like I'm somewhat informed on it.
No, I know you're, but you have influence, and influence is very powerful. And using that influence, you can help influence others. So, just for an example, I met Amanda Berlin a while back, right? And Amanda Berlin, then you introduced me back to her, which in turn introduced me to InfoSec Sherpa. And InfoSec Sherpa and I are we're talking about doing our own podcast. And where the hell is Charles?
I don't know. He's probably has things to do. I don't know. Date night with the wife or taking care of the kid. He just kind of impromptu. It's not like he knew.
We need our sunshine.
No excuse. If you can, within a count of 5, I'll message him at the same time.
I'm too busy. I'm about to have to do some paperwork, but everybody else can message him.
So let's all go at the same time. Let me know when you're all ready. So I'm ready to hit send. Hey, who's next between my man Jack? Do you see that avatar? It's between Jack and I.
I see Liz.
Is that Liz?
Live beef, yeah, the gecko.
Okay,
The gecko.
that's Liz.
Yes, it's me.
Okay, so I'm ready to send this podcast now to Charles. Let me know if y'all are ready to go.
I'm out of the bathroom right now. I one-upped you by taking a dump on camera. Well, not on camera, but on stream.
Okay. Y'all, the rest of y'all ready?
Shit, man.
Ready for Charles to come on?
Motherfucker, and your timing is so bad. Everybody got to send it at once. You just got to go blast.
Wait, now I'm covering Charles on this, and it's giving me the whole group list, not just Charles.
Yeah.
How about I do it via Facebook?
Cool. So,
that's what I got. I'm ready to go with
what are you ready to go for?
send it on via Facebook.
Oh, gotcha.
Because when I type in Charles on my email, it brings up all the different chats we've had with Charles, and that's a shitload of chats, and I can't find his individual name.
Yeah. So, I went way away from Facebook for maybe 5 years now.
I will do it via Facebook. You can do it via whatever. Just tell me when to go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that may be a topic of consideration. Is how do you get off Facebook, and why wouldn't you not want to get on Facebook? And what are some of the concerns about getting off of Facebook? Because NPR covered it recently, and they did a shit job on it.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
All right, you ready to send this?
Yep.
All right.
Ready to go.
1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
Yep.
Close enough.
And you promise you won't get pissed if we do our own thing for.
Get pissed and stuff. I'm getting pissed that you thinking I'm going to get pissed.
No.
Do the stream, and I'll help promote it.
I think it's like. How do I put this? We will never grow as big as you. But you can help us grow as big as, I don't know, half the size of you, maybe. And that would be super helpful. I wouldn't mind collecting shekels.
Did you make a fat joke and a Jew joke in 2 sentences?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you got to give him credit. That's impressive.
Whose monetary currency is a shekel, by the way? I usually heard shekels in reference to Jewish folks. That I granted.
It is Israeli currency.
Shekels are? Okay.
Yes.
And we have our resident Jew.
Shalom.
Here. Yep. Yeah, man. Shit.
I have you know that
families are...
according to genetic testing, I'm a 0.5% Jew on my dad's side. So
what's that?
Fortune to religion is passed down to the mother's side.
Yeah. So
hey, is this bad?
Huh?
Is this bad?
What bad?
Look at my screen.
I just see your profile picture.
Yeah, I see Johnny. Is that Johnny Rotten? Is that who that is? I don't. That's all I see.
So, no pubes.
I'm so glad you're actually camera sharing right now.
Oh my fucking God. What the fuck? All right.
You're fucking with us, man.
I can't.
No, I just wondered, is it a bad thing?
It would be a bad thing to violate YouTube's policy to get the stream pulled down, yes. But
No, not just for a little bit of views. Right?
Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go fight this derby traffic, and
Hey,
yeah. You gentlemen have a nice
Jack.
day.
Hey, Jack, this is a practice run for our show coming up. Can you stay around as long as you can? I'd appreciate it. If you can't, no worries.
No, I can't. She's getting mad.
Oh, Jesus. Fine. You know what? Let's be a bitch. Wait, this is better. Let's be a bitch about the bitch. So I take this off. This mask off, right? And the look isn't Puerto Rican.
Okay, what are we talking about now?
I don't know. I'm taking shit off here. And some of the complaints I've gotten on this podcast was I'm not Puerto Rican enough.
Who's ever said you're not Puerto Rican? First of all, most people on the cast don't even know that you have Puerto Rican heritage. So I don't know if anybody's been saying you're not Puerto Rican enough. I don't think most people know that you're Puerto Rican at all. People just don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up.
Yeah. That's the other big thing is I'm not either people don't know I'm Puerto Rican or they don't think I'm Puerto Rican enough.
Where is this feedback anyway? Because I want to see it.
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? But when you start talking about family members that live on the coast, when you talk about family members that are without electricity, 305 million of them, and you got people going, how do you have family over there? Isn't just enough that I do? Hang on a second. Talks amongst yourselves.
Okay.
I will bring down some pictures of my son and my daughter.
Okay.
Yep. I just hope I don't bring Bashy's his picture.
What are we going to do? I think I might do for Cinco de Mayo. We might follow that Tuco's Freakout mead. It's like a mead that's made with agave in it also. Pretty good stuff.
Okay, so for anyone watching the stream, I have a question.
Yeah.
How can I improve?
Improve what?
Not being shitty.
How? In what way?
I heard apparently I'm the least liked one here, so how can I improve?
A couple of things. Attitude is a big one. So here is just showing pictures of my goddamn family. This is my oldest son. He's in the Marines.
You're not sharing your screen, so we can't see.
You're not sharing your screen. We can't see shit.
How do I do that?
You want to share your screen or your camera? Probably your camera. Up there where it shows the little camera icon, mine has it red with a slash through it. That means my camera is off because I'm an ugly motherfucker. I don't want to on camera.
This is in Google, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a bar at the top that you can move when you move the mouse up there. I'm using this in Google Chrome, and I have a bunch of icons. One is invite people. One is to mute myself. One is to turn off my camera or turn it on. The next one is adjust bandwidth usage, and then settings, and then hang up.
Yeah, I don't have that.
What are you streaming from?
I'm just I'm just in streaming from a Chrome browser on a Mac. I see a bunch of silly ass. Let's see. I can send you guys a bunch of goddamn smiley faces, and let's see. Up on tools, view, edit. What do you guys see it under?
See, on mine, I just have the Chrome browser open, full up, and actually, let me actually share my screen. It's going to be inside of it, you know, kind of thing. But if you see what I got going on right here, present to everyone. I have egads, that is on mine impossible to actually view. But right here, I have this little red camera icon. That means it's off. This means it's on, and I will show up for a bit, hopefully, and then I can turn it back off. But this little bar right here.
Shit, I can't even open yours up when you're sharing it. That's kind of cool. Here we go. All right, I got it. I've done this before 1,000 times. Can you hear me?
I can still hear you, and for a second there, your icon went away, but it was just black.
Okay, it says full screen, exit full screen, and I'll figure it out. And when I do, bask in all my kids' glory.
Okay, dope.
Because you motherfuckers might be racist against me, but not against my kids.
Who is that? What the? What are you getting this shit from, man? Because
Wait,
dude, you know I'm fucking with you. I hope you do anyway.
Because it doesn't matter. You made a deal about us not treating you as Puerto Rican enough, and it's like my reaction is most of us didn't know you were Puerto Rican. I think the only reason I knew is because I think you told me once many streams ago that you have some Puerto Rican heritage or Puerto Rican heritage. I don't remember which way you said it.
Yeah, my dad's Puerto Rican, my mom's Irish.
I'm just gonna call you.
wait, you're fucking Irish? You goddamn Irish motherfucker!
My dad and his family come from Puerto Rico, and I married a woman from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, if you're half Irish, it's almost 6 p.m. Shouldn't you be passed out drunk already?
Yeah, no doubt.
You can make racial fun of the Irish, and I'm allowed to because I'm part Irish too.
I'm part Irish as well, and I'm going to troll the shit out of the Irish as well. You know how that is.
The Irish are fun to play
Okay.
with, fun to mess with.
So, I'm in full screen, but it says voodoo call ended because of error.
Voodoo call.
Voodoo. What kind of voodoo do you do?
Video call, you goddamn salacious motherfuckers.
Oh, video call.
I went into full screen and it said video call ended.
Okay, so you got on the stream via a Chrome browser on OS 10, correct?
Yeah.
Which is the same thing.
No, I'm on Mac.
Yeah, OS 10, Macintosh.
Yep.
So that's what I got.
There's your problem. You're using a fucking Mac, you fucking Mac user.
I'm using a Mac.
Hey, you shut up. I will find you. I will smack you in the teeth, and I will kill you.
Sure you will.
Well, I legitimately could. So, let's see, Opera. Maybe Opera will work. I don't know why.
I really got to work on my Mac. My MacBook.
I think I was behind 7 proxies.
On my MacBook Pro, I've only gotten Google Hangouts to properly work in the Chrome. But that's also one of the few I've tried. It in Firefox.
Hey, did we tell anybody that we were doing this?
Oh, I put it out on Twitter that we would have the stream going. We have how many people watching? We have 4 people watching this shit show.
Okay. Hey, how long have we known each other, my man?
I honestly do not know. I remember chatting with you on Twitter, but I don't remember for how long. And then eventually you started joining the cast, like, I don't know, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
good with time. I don't always know when things happened. It seems weird for me that I left the university in 2012. It seems like it's been a shorter time than that, but
Yeah. Because in my mind, we were brothers and sisters when we came out of the womb. You were the sister, and
that's one ugly sister.
we're actually family. It's weird, real weird.
I mean, I have some female tendencies, but I wouldn't consider myself transgender. I mean, but I'd make an ugly sister, man. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I definitely identify as male.
Anyway, at some point, I might show you a picture of my kids, and they are very dark skinned and they are very ethnocentric. So, whatever. I happen to my the person that got the worst of it was my eldest sister, and she's blonde hair, blue eyed with dark skin. My younger sister is also she's got bright blue eyes and blonde skin, and she's about 5'10" and was Miss Ohio and Miss Teen USA. How fun is that?
Yippee.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Unless you take to account that the parents kind of push them into it.
Yeah.
With the whole pageant thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, some of the pageant parent things. I haven't sat down and actually watched the full episode of like Honey Boo Boo or anything like that. But the whole scene does sound a little creepy.
It is.
I've got a contact who used to be in that, and what she told me is that it fucked her up. Let's put it like that. It made her a target of predators, among other things. It pretty badly fucked her up.
And I don't think there's any other Negroes on the show, but hearing that you're not something is goddamn. It can be shameful when you're growing up. And don't ask me why. That's just the way it fucking goes. Hey, I got invited to a call. I chose select, and it said video call error ended because of a error. Anyway.
I hear what sounds like somebody fapping. I hope I'm wrong.
Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Long or short of it, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but stop fapping on the stream. It's just not courteous.
Is this so what you were doing was kind of like live streaming? I get it. I got to move my bike from that area into the center of my motorcycle garage. And then I don't know what I got to do after that. It's sort of wild. Kind of do some cleanup around this garage area, get my basketball hoop out of here.
Weird. I'm joining this hangout from my phone. It keeps saying it's ended.
What is?
My phone keeps saying it's ended because I'm about to go off and drive off to the store. And
it always does that on the phone, but still join it anyway.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, makes sense.
It's a bug with Google Hangouts on the phone, but Stream always still works anyway for me.
Who's all on the call, and why the fuck isn't Charles on here? He's my mastodon.
That's metal as fuck.
And we have a bunch of people showing that channel.
Oops, my bad.
And never mind. I'll get Nevermind to join. Nevermind is my co-host from way back.
All right, I got it on my phone now.
That's remarkable. Who's this? Who are you?
Was it Weave? Did you say Weave?
No, I'm just asking. Your voice is kind of new to me. I was asking who you might be.
Oh, this is Adrian again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so out of sync with voices.
Yeah, this is me via my phone, though, instead of my laptop.
It says Frank.
I know it says Frank. It's a different story. But yeah, this one says Frank.
Who are you, Frank, and why are you here?
I'm here because I'm Adrian.
Are you sure? It says you're Frank.
Owie.
I know, this is why I suck, but at the same time, this is why I lol.
How do I message Nevermind here? I get message Nevermind. Hey, join us on chat, you Austrian bastard.
Australian or Austrian?
Austrian. So he hates the Jews.
That's
Yeah, but who doesn't? Yeah, but who doesn't these days? The Jews hate the Jews.
Strangely
They do,
enough, yeah,
right.
there does seem to be. I've encountered that. There are some self-hating Jewish people out there.
Yep.
I'm joking around a little bit, but yeah, I have seen the news anti-Israeli Jewish persons. I've never encountered them in person, but yeah, I reckon I acknowledge that it is a faction, a political faction that exists.
Can we go over the results of the poll?
Okay,
Sure.
Does anybody mind?
I'm fine with that.
okay.
Okay, let's see.
Especially since we have no actual official agenda, really. So yeah, do whatever.
What poll was this anyway?
This was the poll that we submitted out to whomever would pay attention to it and listen to it. I would like way more responses. I think we got 7. So it'd be nice to have a well-rounded number. So Survey Monkey, let's see here. I think I'm going to have to share my screen to go through it. Go ahead with Google. So or analyze results here. I am speaking out loud and as I'm moving along. How do I share my screen here? Screen share and application window. Blah, 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 blah. No, that ain't right. Screen share. Can you all see it? Hey, monkey buns.
I get the screen up.
Okay.
I still only see your picture, Ricky.
Okay, so let's see here. Screen share. Let's see. Is there a no? Screen share. How do I?
See, I can't see your screen to tell you where to push it. On my machine, it's on the left-hand side. There's a little thing for screen sharing, but I can share it out in a bit, maybe once I get back from the store.
Can you see it all now? I did the whole screen, so.
Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Okay.
I can see it.
So we went through and we had a, let's see, we did an Irongeek feedback and we did a summary, which is essentially asking people how they felt about Irongeek in general. We did a little bit of design survey, meaning, what quantifications did we want to put in place to score these individual responses? The preview score was kind of, let's take it amongst the group and see where we line up. We collected the results, and now we are at the final stage where we do analyze the results. So this is the important piece. And let's see here. Just running down, it seems like we've got 3 detractors, meaning 3 people. I'm sorry. 29 people would recommend Irongeek cast to a friend or colleague, while only 3 of the detractors would. If we scroll down a little bit more, we see most people rated us as excellent or good. I'm sorry, excellent or very good, with some on the very good and some on the fair. So we've got 28% of the people, almost a third. We can extrapolate that to a third. Almost a third of the people that said, it's fair. And then here's some of the feedback where they were able to free flow type some of their responses. No one on the show has a big ego. They don't judge others. I was on a show a few times like this, also hearing world news and tech stuff, and also like humor you guys bring to the show. Now that's important. It seems like they value the different topics that we hit. The variety of topics which we cover, and as a bonus option, we get to hear, we get to access the show notes. So very important to most people is that they had the show notes. So it wasn't like we were pulling a blind eye over their eye. We talked about a variety of subjects, and we said, hey, here's what we're getting these. The hangout style they really liked, meaning we all jump into a hangout banter. They enjoyed hearing different perspectives and real opinions on matters, and they think it provides an important context on current events in the information security community, which is something we got to focus a little bit more on, I think. The number of guests and topics covered, they liked that. We were all over the place. And they thought it was nice that we talked about current events. So here's things that we can improve on. Maybe some demos, which I think is a great idea, on how to do stuff would be cool. So, we could set up a bunch of demos if we want. more episodes and less duration. That seems to be a theme of this, where they thought it was a little bit too long. So maybe we do less duration. Sometimes the episodes are too long and they don't watch all the way through, and they forget to watch all the way through. So that's something important we need to take away. They like that we promote information security. Well, that's our gig, so I hope we are.
No, it's totally a horrible field. You should never get in. We're all assholes to each other. It's totally horrible. Never get in. Fuck information security.
More information on who is part of the podcast, and everybody doesn't know whom everybody is. So I don't know what that means. We can generally give a background, a very general background into who we are, which makes sense. We could say, you know, I'm X and I've been a part of the information security world for X amount of years, and yada, yada, yada. So without giving too much incriminating background, or without, I know Jack's concern is that he's protected by some NDAs. So this one is, how many Irongeek casts have you listened to? And most of them have listened to 6 to 10, a couple of 2 to 5s there. Some of them are more than 10s. They found it somewhat helpful, meaning, you know, whatever we talk about, they found somewhat helpful, whether it be political, cultural, or information security. Nobody found it not helpful or not helpful at all, which is a good sign. Most everybody thought that the podcast was just about too right, but creeping slowly up there is too long, which is something that I know we all talked about before is, hey, shouldn't we get off here? Are listeners getting bored? Should we cut this down? That kind of shit. Well, just a couple of the examples of.
Also, in the early days, we also had some times when basically I got drunk and I passed out on stream, and the stream went on for like 8 hours.
That's true. Yeah.
That might be what they're talking about too. I don't know. Sometimes though we do go a little long. I like to aim for 3 hours myself, but.
So what I think is a lot of the people coming are new. They're new to information technology. I know a guy that I just happened to run into at an engagement, and he's like, "Hey, your voice sounds really familiar. Do you do the Irongeek podcast?" And it was super interesting. I was like, "Yeah, sometimes I'm not all that good at it, but you know, I try." Of those people, there was a difference between too long and about right. So we'll have to figure that one out. They listen to the podcast because of the security topics, the wide range of topics, humor, cultural discussion, political discussion, and general interest. So wide range of topics certainly is the topmost there. They like the wide range of topics again. They like humor, they like security, cultural discussion, political discussion, and general interest. Let's see, about how much of each cast you listen to. Now, this is critical. About half is what the majority of the people listen to. So they cut it off about half, which I understand, dude. If you've ever missed a show, and you go back to listen to it, it's rough making it through the whole thing unless you're a part of it.
And also, as time goes by, right now I'm not muted. As time goes by, we do have a tendency to start to meander.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. Some of them listen the most. About half was about 57%. 42% is most. Let's see. Nobody listened to the whole cast, which was interesting. And here's the really telling remarks here, where people were able to free form ideas here. One user said, "A really big fan of the cast. You guys are awesome. I hope to go to first HackerCon maybe next year." I'm Greg, and we interact with Greg a little bit on the whatchamacallit, on the shit. Yeah, and he poses questions from time to time. He was on the cast 2 times. And I think we've seen him ask for links before. Somebody just said no. So is there anything else you'd like to share about the Irongeek podcast or cast? They said no. One of them said, I understand the content format and the restrictions that come along with gathering a varied crowd of hosts with different availability, other restrictions, other things considered. Irongeek Cast is done well enough to maintain my interest and make it worthwhile to at least occasionally watch or listen to full episodes. That's important. Sometimes I do lose the desire to spend too much time listening to the weekly episodes, and maybe we can kind of figure out and engage that person and figure out how we can make it more meaningful to them. And then the killing blow here is there is one guest you have on that drives me crazy to the point I stop listening. It's not my place to say this person doesn't belong. It's your home, your house. I am only a visitor. Cheers. So, we don't want to be that guy. Or gal. So, I know a lot of us like to be outrageous. We like to push boundaries. If we're doing a show, especially for the public, some of that might be okay. We're not comedians, but as we grow into that, potentially that's something we want to work on.
I admit fully that I need to work on a lot of stuff myself, and frankly, I'd be surprised if I wasn't that guest, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm working on my own end of things, so if you're listening,
optimism goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Adrian, anything to say about that? That was really a remark on your work. I know Charles kind of helped me put that together.
No, I can't say I have a whole lot to say on it. Most of the show, truthfully, I don't really think about so much everybody that's listening as I do the people who join me on the call, to be honest with you. It's something I started because, I needed something to do on Wednesday nights. But I'm certainly prone to help, idea of maybe keeping it a little bit shorter, and definitely, I think we've gotten better about keeping it focused over the last few months, because some of the early ones, we were all over the place, and at least now since we started doing better show notes, and other people are helping with show notes and actually adding infosec topics, I think that has helped.
Yep. And I think it makes sense to give credit to those where credit's due, where they're the ones that are driving these topics. It makes sense to congratulate them and go, hey, good job, man. If we can make it shorter and maybe split this up, it doesn't need to be the whole gang, but it might be 3 or 4 of us, and that might be helpful. You know, when we talk strictly security or whatever. So we'll see. What do y'all think?
I've expressed my opinion. Anybody else have something to say? Just go ahead.
No, yeah.
I
Adrian.
think it's a lot of very useful feedback. I do think that, yeah, some of the streams have gone on 5+ hours, and I'll be entirely honest, I would be hard put to listen to any 5-hour consecutive stream that I wasn't actually actively participating in.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
to agree.
Yeah, if you go back and listen to it, some of it is like, I can't listen to all this.
I'm gonna try to probably aim from future casts that when it rolls about 10 o'clock, I'll be like, okay, guys, any final words? We need to cut this short. Let's watch out. Sorry, I'm driving home and there's a bunny rabbit, making sure he's not running underneath me.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
kill the bunny. The bunny is good.
Yeah, the bunny's a cute little thing. As suburban areas I've lived, I'm surprised by the number of deer that are actually nearby.
Yeah.
There's this little park with a golf course that's nearby where I live. Where you have a good, 50 acres maybe. I'm not sure of wooded area. But egads, there's a bunch of deer back there. I see them all the time. I would figure they would be getting ran over too much to, live in this area. But apparently not. Hell, there's deer down in downtown Louisville. I don't know if y'all saw that video. There was one that was running by the golf house and then jumped off into the river. And luckily, the river was there because normally where it jumped off into, it would have landed on pavement.
Oh, for real?
That's
sort of batshit crazy right there. Let's see here. So that's the end of the survey. We can introduce it.
I'm back home now.
Okay. I want to say for those listening who filled out the survey, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking the time to fill it out.
Hey, and you pussy who decided not to drop names, please email Adrian.
Yeah.
He won't do anything to the person. He may just have a talk with them. I don't think he would. I don't see a point where Adrian goes, "Oh, you're off the show." It would be a talk and say, "Hey, can you chill out?"
agreed. And if it was me, I admit I kind of need that talk. And also, for the record, if there is anything I can improve on personally, feel free to drop me a line. My handle is AlleyGhost on Twitter. Just fucking tell me.
Yeah, makes sense. What else? So we talked Bill Cosby. Dude, I don't know if we talked about it last week, but Bill Cosby was in the news.
It was more than in the news, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Stormy Daniels is in the news. Twitter was in the news. They suffered somewhat of a breach where their user accounts and passwords were left in an unencrypted storage location.
It wasn't a breach. It was there's snort logs that they found internally.
Yeah. So the goal is to go out and change all your username and passwords for at least passwords for. And it's a good idea. Go out and change your passwords for Twitter and try to set it up like with Dashlane or LastPass to do it automatically.
Also, enable multi-factor authentication. Seriously.
If you can get away with it, yeah. I don't know who listens to these podcasts, but in general, I don't know that they're well adapt. I think they. Who knows? Who knows who our listeners are, and maybe they would take I don't know, solace in the fact that we stumble as well. Makes sense.
Spinning Wheels, Team Maker 502. Okay. I was reading some of the chats.
What's next?
Yeah, as we have no agenda, you want to talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about. But we covered the survey, and I think we know a few things we're going to change up a little bit. But
Well, I can go for a moment. We live in such a phenomenal era. We live in history in the making every day.
we live in the dragon energy.
Yes.
There is
Oh my
plenty of
gosh.
dragon energy to go around.
Yeah.
I find it utterly astounding that we live in a time where, and not just, computing is taking over the world, as, software is eating the world, as Mark Andreessen coined, but it's, you look at Twitter, you see Alex Jones and agreed to interview Kanye West. You see lawmakers that are now openly furry. This is just 5 years ago, I wouldn't have imagined nearly anything happening today, and anything other than the most stupid shitpost. And now this is just phenomenal.
Do you believe that's the destruction of society?
No, I think that this is just a very weird and much more rapid than I expected clash of cultures. And I'm glad that not every cross-cultural mixing is resulting in conflict. As this is just going to accelerate. I'm not sure how much faster you can get than days, but this is just going to keep happening as Cold Era war cultures keep mixing with the computer era or the cyber era cultures, and it really is breathtaking. I no matter anything that's happening these days, I look forward to the future. I eagerly look forward to what we're all going to be able to see, because this is imagination's the limit here.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a news article I want to bring up, but it'll take me a moment, so I'll bring it up a little later. That really hammers home what I'm talking about. Mostly it was about reconfigurable silicon, where they're able to reconfigure silicon with just electrical charges.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's whenever I see this kind of articles, my first thought is this really real, or is this just journalistic embellishment?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But the very concept of being able to physically manipulate the form of electronics just by with electrical charges is just. It reminds me of the replicators from Stargate.
Dude. The replicators from Stargate, we might need SG-1. I'm just saying. This is going to get interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I really look forward to the future. It is just... We live in such a phenomenal era.
I'd tap
But
him.
yeah, that's my shooting. That's just my brain dump for now. Someone else take over.
No, I think you're absolutely right. There's articles that pop up every day. And some of these articles are sort of like, well, doy. And others, you kind of put your foot in the business shoes. And the business is constantly trying to drive the bottom line, right? And they fall for all kinds of stupid shit. And no matter how many defenses you put in place, it's going to pick that one weak user to open up a flash drive, a Word document, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, I'm watching the Dubicon feed because of how fast it sold out and all. I think David, I think, is the person who's actually behind most of the Dubicon tweets. They said something about if they see anybody trying to, hawk tickets for higher than the face value, they would like refund the ticket and basically cancel it because they don't want someone buying a bunch of tickets just to sell them to other people at exorbitant rates. He made an exception for like if you have some tickets and you're selling it for a charity, then that's okay. So like if you have a charity and you say we're auctioning off Dubicon tickets for a charity, then that's all right.
Good guy, Dave.
I'm assuming it's Dave. Kyle may also have something to do with the Twitter feed. I'm not 100% sure.
So I'm going to say this right now. DerbyCon, I can't wait to go because, frankly, some of the team involved, I got to meet them. Because from everything I've heard, it's friggin' awesome.
Yeah, I know you've met me. I don't know if you've met Dave in person yet or not.
I haven't met Dave in person. I need to, though.
Oh, who haven't I met in person?
Well, you live in the Cleveland area, so I have to assume you've met Dave.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yes, many times.
I think you probably met me, but I don't remember meeting you in person because I knew so many people.
I'm sorry, who are you, Adrian?
So I met Adrian. I thought he was a plebe, to be honest.
You thought I was a what now?
A plebe. A guy sitting in the back of the room doing audio video. I didn't realize you were a security guy.
Yeah, I've had some people think that all I do is video stuff, and well, this is my day job. I wish I could make it my day job in some ways. And then, of course, have you met? I'm assuming you met Aaron, right?
Aaron being
Dave's wife.
Yep.
Okay, cool. He does a lot of the background stuff, getting the ordering done, making sure all the finances work out, making sure bills get paid. Because, dude, having a con at a hotel, it gets expensive, man. You got to make a shipping, T-shirts and bags and all the different sponsors who come in to help finance the con and make it a little bit cheaper. Got to get organized getting them to send all the stuff to the right loading dock on the right day. Because some hotels also have an issue with if you have stuff that comes too early, you have to store it someplace, which is understandable. So all that's a pain in the ass.
The most times I volunteer was out in Boston. And that was to get the SANS classes cheaper. Which is always fun, SANS got some great classes. And don't you say shit about SANS classes or those are fighting words.
I've liked them okay. They've been pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for a lot of SANS instructors. Not all, but many of them are they have some brilliant people.
If you get Egypt, you're set.
Yeah, I avoid Egypt. Yeah. Not that I don't avoid him. He said he's avoiding me on Twitter. He's yeah.
Why do you avoid him? Not separate the politics, but he's a genius individual.
Yeah, but he's such an asshole when it comes to anything about. Wow, a radical feminist says this. I'm gonna kiss her ass, shove my nose up it, and I hate male feminists. He's disgusting to me.
He is that way.
He said I blocked him because he stood up coming misogyny. First of all, it wasn't misogyny, you piece of shit. Making fun of feminists is not misogyny. They're hate mongers, you moron.
Yeah.
I blocked you because you were retweeting Oakland Ellie, who's a fucking Antifa supporter, and regularly retweets hate-filled shit about men. I can't stand Egypt for that reason. Just such a fucking mangina sycophant. That's
right.
He might be technically brilliant. He's still a piece of shit in my mind. He wants me kicked out of my own fucking con because of shit I say on Twitter. Egypt can go fuck off.
You know who else did that? You know who else imposed their ideological framework on people they didn't disagree with, or they did disagree with?
Okay.
Hitler, the Nazis, burning books, communism, all of them, all the terrible, most terrible human beings on earth were people that they couldn't take dissenting opinion.
So he lied about why I blocked him. He lied about that. He always started. He just finds out I blocked him after I say some shit about McGrew, who's a complete jackass. No, I'm talking to people, and I wish he would not accept. No, yeah, Egypt, I just don't want to associate with.
Yeah, you don't have to go too much into him. It's Egypt. I found he was my first. What was he back then? He was a Metasploit trainer, and he was really good at what he did. And this was before all the. I mean, this was like in 2000. I don't know, 3. So he was on his game, man. Can you go to the store and get me some red tamales?
Found the article I was referring to earlier about the reconfigurable silicon. On phys.org, researchers at Duke University and North Carolina State University have demonstrated the first custom semiconductor microparticles that can be steered to various configurations repeatedly while suspended in water. And they just reconfigure them just with electrical charges. Let's see. I'll post a link to it in only chat I know is a Hangouts chat. I know that's obviously not where viewers are seeing, so someone could repost the link I share in where viewers are seeing it. That would probably be more useful.
That's all I got.
Did you eat them?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry. Conversation with the missus. Get off my lawn. Stop talking. Of course I'm kidding. Dude, I'm seeing a double.
You're seeing in double?
Yeah. I've had enough alcohol right now where I'm starting to see in double. And I just put a down payment on a sizable house that I shouldn't have. So, looks like I'm moving into a house I potentially can't afford.
Oops.
$350,000.
Yeah, that's
What?
well, I don't know what the current real estate market's like. My house was about 100. Oh no, I think it was like maybe 95 grand when I got it in 2001, and I paid it off in 2011.
Yeah, move up to Cleveland, dude. You'll find all kinds of very nice houses. It's around everywhere.
I know you're saying 350,000 as if that's like super high. Maybe Maryland has really skewed my perspective, but
It has.
yeah, I see houses more like 800,000 in Maryland.
Yes.
Yeah, 300 grand in the Louisville area, I could probably get a really nice. I might be able to find me a nice place up in the Knobs in New Albany. I'm not sure. But yeah, that Cleveland prices probably still aren't nearly as bad as it is in anything in the DC metro area.
It's 3 stories with a finished basement, and it is 5,600 square feet with a outdoor dining deck with a built-in grill, and all kinds of amenities. So,
Damn, nice.
yeah,
Good area.
oh, very nice area. And,
Wow.
and that's what you get in. You go south, or you go just north of Cleveland, and you're going to find some really nice houses and a lot of jobs in the area. I'm not saying Cleveland's perfect, obviously, but
I don't think it's so bad. The only thing I can say about Cleveland is the times I spent downtown on the weekend, there was like no one there. It was like a ghost town. It's kind of strange.
how long ago was that?
That shit, it probably would have been about 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Okay, shit is it's majorly changed.
Okay. Because the company I work for is up in in Strongsville, and we had this was a company called Nauticon I'd go to every year up in Cleveland until it ended.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a graph I need to find. Go ahead and continue. I'm gonna try to find that Nauticon graph because I'm still trying to understand why cons fail and succeed and so forth. I used to think it was oversaturation, but there's so many cons that out there, and some of them still keep on growing and doing really well.
For sure. Let's see here. Who's breeding that lolly? Is that Owie?
Wait, what?
Owie, are you breathing all loud?
I'm playing a video game. I shouldn't be breathing that hard, though.
Hey, I'm going to jump off here. We're going to arrange for a couple other upcoming podcasts, including the big one on the Wednesday. So we keep you all apprised. And
Oh, so about to end the cast?
what's that?
We're about to end the cast?
I can talk a little bit about SDR if someone wants, but or I can save that for Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show a real quick thing though, because I said I was going to bring it up. This is that graph I was mentioning about Nauticon, and unfortunately, it's not the easiest to represent. This is like ticket sales over time and how many tickets were sold, I believe. And they had a really good year in 2010. 2006 was down here, but then all of a sudden came 2014, and they had a couple of bad years in a row. As like fewer and fewer people showed up, then fewer people, and then massive drop off in 2014. And I'm not 100% sure the reason why, but I want to know because I want to keep other cons from having that same problem.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, so anybody got anything they really want to say on this cast, or they want to save it to Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday I think is where we should target, and then side shit goes into the next the next one.
All right, folks. Liz, and add the stuff you want to talk about. You said you want to talk about was the SDR? What you said you wanted to talk about?
A little bit about SDR.
Sure. Add that to the show notes with some links, and we'll talk about that on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
That's okay with you. Okay, cool. Guys, thanks for joining, and you all have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.